For our earliest ancestors, the ocean was not a path. It was a barrier. Its endless blue seemed to stretch forever, unbroken and unknowable. The waves spoke a language of danger and power. Legends grew, warning that monsters lived beneath the surface, and that to leave the sight of land was to risk everything. For countless generations, people gazed across the water with fear and wonder. The land provided comfort, a world of shelter and routine. Beyond the shoreline, the ocean was chaos. It roared and crashed, and its moods could change in an instant. To most, the sea marked the end of the world, but deep inside, curiosity burned. What lay on the other side? Was there more than what the eye could see? These questions whispered in the hearts of the brave and the desperate alike. In time, the ocean's call grew louder. It was not just a wall, but a challenge, a vast unknown daring us to cross. To cross the ocean was to risk everything. Food, shelter, and family were left behind. Why would anyone make such a choice? Hunger, hope, and fear all played their part. Sometimes the world behind was falling apart. At other times, the dream of a better life was too strong to ignore. The decision was not made lightly. Around fires, people debated and argued. Some spoke of the dangers, others dreamed of new lands, where fruit hung heavy on unknown trees, and where the sun rose on untouched shores. Each argument was a battle between reason and hope. In the end, a few decided to act. Perhaps they had nothing left to lose. Perhaps they could not silence the urge to know what waited beyond the horizon. They built simple boats, bundles of reeds, lashed logs, or hollowed tree trunks. The first journey began not with confidence but with trembling hands. Leaving home was a leap into the dark, but it was also the first step toward discovery and toward changing the world. The sea was alive, vast, merciless, and unpredictable. For ancient sailors, every journey began with fear. The waves could rise higher than a house. The wind, once gentle, could howl like a beast in the night. Lightning split the sky, and rain fell so hard it stung the skin. Small boats rocked and pitched in the chaos. Every creak of wood, every splash of water brought new terror. Was that the sound of a leak? Would the next wave turn the boat over and plunge everyone into the deep? The ocean was a place of both beauty and threat. It was never still, never safe. Yet there was wonder too. Dolphins leapt beside the boats. The moon lit up the water in silver. Sometimes the sea was calm and it felt like floating through a dream, but always danger was close. The line between life and death was thin. To cross the ocean was to face the wildest force on earth. Few survived. Those who did became legends. Without maps, compasses, or charts, early sailors had only their senses and their courage. They learned to read the world in new ways. The stars became their guides. At night, sailors watched constellations move across the sky. By day, the sun and the wind told them where they were headed. They studied the flight of birds. Some birds only flew out to sea in the morning, returning to land at night. The color of the water, the drift of seaweed, and even the taste of the air gave clues. Experience mattered. A wise elder who had spent years watching the sky and the tides could find land where no one else could. Still, mistakes were common. Fog could hide the stars. Clouds and storms made the sky unreadable. Sometimes days passed with no sign of land or hope, but those who trusted their knowledge and their instincts pushed forward. Navigation was not just a skill, it was an act of faith. The journey was never easy. Hunger gnawed at empty stomachs. Water, carefully stored, grew warm and stale. Salt dried out lips and skin. Tempers flared. Old songs were sung to keep fear at bay, but every voice trembled with doubt. Loneliness was a silent enemy. The endless horizon played tricks on the mind. Some saw ghosts in the mist or shapes in the waves. Others dreamed of land that might never come. Still, hope remained. Every morning, the sun rose on a new chance. Every evening, the stars promised guidance. Sometimes storms brought disaster, boats broke apart, loved ones were lost to the sea. But those who survived carried on, driven by the memory of the home they left and the hope of a better future. Endurance was a test not only of the body, but of the soul. After endless days at sea, a cry would go up, a speck on the horizon, a line of green against the blue. Hearts pounded. Could it be real? As the boat drew closer, shapes became clear. Trees, cliffs, or a beach of white sand. Tears fell. Some laughed, others wept. All felt awe. Stepping onto new land was like entering a dream. The air was different. Unknown birds sang in the trees. Fruits never before tasted hung from branches. For a moment, every hardship was forgotten. The impossible journey had led to a miracle. Yet this was only the beginning. The new world held its own mysteries and dangers. But the first sight of land, sunlit and strange, was a victory over fear. It was proof that the world was bigger and more beautiful than anyone had imagined. Those who crossed the impossible ocean did not have names carved in stone. Most are forgotten by history. Yet, their courage shaped who we are. They proved that fear could be faced, and that hope was stronger than the unknown. Every step onto a new shore was a triumph of the human spirit. These journeys connected scattered peoples, spread ideas, and changed the course of history. Each crossing was a message to the future. We can do more than survive. We can discover. We can create. This courage did not end with one voyage. It became part of us. It taught us to ask what lies beyond and to risk everything for the answer. The ocean was not just crossed. It was conquered by will and imagination. Yet, the story of crossing the ocean is not only about glory. There was loss. Some never returned. Others found lands where people already lived and brought violence and disease. Curiosity did not always lead to kindness. Sometimes it brought sorrow. Still, the urge to explore cannot be denied. It is both our greatest gift and our deepest flaw. We build bridges, but we also burn them. We search for meaning, but we can cause pain. The same courage that led us to new lands can also lead us into trouble. But without that courage, we would not be who we are. The ocean's lesson is complex. It teaches us to hope, to endure, and also to remember the costs of curiosity. Our future depends on balancing both the light and the shadow of discovery. Today, we still face unknown frontiers. Space, the deep sea, and even our own minds are filled with mysteries. The spirit of those first ocean crossers lives on in scientists, explorers, and dreamers. Each new journey is a tribute to their courage. When we look up at the stars or dive into the deep, we feel the same mix of fear and hope. The tools have changed, but the question remains: what lies beyond? The answers are never certain, but the journey is always worth it. We honor the past by facing the unknown with open eyes and brave hearts. The impossible ocean is not behind us. It is ahead in every new challenge we accept.